Hey Scorpios, I'm Rodin. Welcome to WaterBaby Tarot presented by Bomispirit Incorporated. So this is going to be the reading for my Scorpio men and masculine energies. The way this works, I started doing these readings a few months ago because I was guided to. These readings are geared towards men, but I am honing in on masculine energies. So just keep in mind that you could find something here for you, no matter what energy you tend to work with or identify as, or even if you identify as male or female, we all have masculine energy or work with it from time to time. So just keep in mind, be open-minded, because you could have something waiting here for you. We are going to get cross-watchers, so I just ask that you guys be respectful and kind and human and all of that. So that's all I ask. My content will be changing, just so you guys know, next month. I've been getting a lot of questions if I still do the check-in readings, if I ever do readings for feminine energies. I would say most readings in general are geared towards feminine energy, and my guides asked me to focus on masculine energy for a reason. And I yet still do check-in readings. I still do those, which I always find is a funny question, because it's like I usually post them like together or at least like adjacent days, consecutive days together. So it's funny to me that people miss that. But anyway, just so you guys know, like I said, my content will be changing. It's just going to become more efficient. I'll be doing a video on that. So the readings I'm going to be doing moving forward, starting in February, they're going to cover all the bases of all that stuff. So it's not that I'm going to stop doing masculine readings. They're still going to be a part of the readings I'll be doing. But like I said, I'll be doing a video on that. So coming back to your reading, Scorpio, keep in mind these readings are timeless in general as well. All right? Excuse me. Okay, Scorpio. I feel like I'm not even talking to Scorpios right now, to be completely honest with you. I feel all air energy with you. Like, all air, all in the head, all in the mind. I feel like you're doing almost like some, it's weird. It almost feels like rewiring your brain. I know that sounds so weird. I feel like that's what's going on. Like healing some painful thoughts, reconciling some painful thoughts. And Scorpio, I love you, Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio too, I get it. And paranoid thoughts, illusionary thoughts. I just feel like swords, like everywhere going on in the headspace. It's very overwhelming. You might be taking a lot of time out to do this. But yeah, it's like there's a lot of fear, getting a lot of fear. I'm getting anxiety. I'm getting fear of pain. Some of you it's just fear of getting hurt, or reliving pain. It's like literally thought, sword. That's all I can get. And it's like, I just like want to get out of that. So keep in mind, this could be you or someone that you're dealing with, but it's like, yeah, it's, I don't know how else to explain it. It's like rewiring your thoughts. It's like rewriting your programming here, calming the mind down, trying to see reality versus illusion, like reality versus just fear-based thoughts. You know, fear, how is false evidence appearing real, right? So just be mindful that that's going on, or you could be dealing with somebody like that. So if you need time to do this, take the time. But if it's someone that you're dealing with and they go MIA, they need the time. So just let them take that time. Something else that was really cool, which I love because they haven't done this. Well, they kind of do this from time to time, but they used to do this a lot. My guides used to do this a lot, where they would show me people as like animals, which I loved. And like they did that. I was like, yes. So I got a zebra and like a yellow canary, super specific. So maybe those are energies that you're working with or someone you know is working with, but I almost feel like the zebra energy was a completely different person than the yellow canary, and it feels like these two energies are working together, and it's kind of funny because it's like the zebra energy to me is very showy, like very fiery, showy, like hard to not notice the zebra. Really hard to not look at the zebra, really hard to not want to talk to the zebra. I actually feel like with the zebra, it's like a lot of yeah, just like, they could just be quirky, but it's like they catch people's attention very easily, or they just get a lot of attention innately. This yellow canary energy also like is actually feeling very sweet to me, and there's something about this person's throat chakra that's it's being highlighted. Either they're going through some throat chakra healing, or they use their throat chakra a lot and they know how to like, they know how to talk a lot, or they do like to share a lot of information. And I feel like these two energies, like I said, are interacting together. They're dealing with each other. Hold on. Both of these energies are going through some healing right now. I can't tell which one's the mental healing, the rewriting the brain, reprogramming the brain, rewiring the brain. But I feel that, like, almost like in the way that they interact, I can feel that there's like healing going on there. That's interesting. We'll see if these two characters come up again, but maybe some of you just need a confirmation. But Scorpios, I digress. Let's get some cards. Let's get cards and see what's going on with you, Scorpio. Oh, kind of want to use an oracle deck for you. I don't really want to use Romance Angels. They asked me to use that one recently, and I forgot what reading it was for. It might have been a monthly reading I did on Patreon. I don't really want to use that. They said use it. Fine, I'll use it. I will use it. Any messages for Scorpio men and masculine energies? They're literally showing me like all the sword cards, which I think is funny. They just like which ones did they not show me? I just saw the 6 of swords, the 3 and the 7, the page, and the king. It's a lot. Yeah, it's like, oh, someone is so in their head. So in their head. Trying so hard not be in their emotions. Any messages for Scorpio men and masculine energies, please? Any messages for Scorpio men and masculine energies, please? I wish I had my spirit animal deck. I would so pull that out for this reading, but it's in storage. Any messages for my Scorpio men and masculine energies, please? You guys know I like to use a lot of decks. Am I taking these two? Yes. Ooh. Ooh, we have make the effort and codependency. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. I feel resistance. I feel a shit ton of resistance here, which is interesting because it's like these two cards could easily be read as like someone being very overly indulgent or even lustful, like giving it their all, but I feel the complete opposite. I feel like major resistance to giving real effort or putting 100% effort in here. Yeah, that codependency, resistance, 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 resistance. They just show me the 8 of Swords. It could be that someone has some sort of like vice or some sort of codependency issue that keeps them from fully giving or investing in a situation. I feel like this is the person who has all that mental stuff going on. It's funny, there was another reading I did sometime in the last few days. I think it was the Leo Monthly on Patreon where I started referring to all of that as like mental trash. I think I'm loving that term. I'm just going to coin that term. It's my term. I'm feeling that here. A lot of mental trash. A lot of mental trash is keeping someone from a situation here. It could also be that it's like the effort put forward is just like imbalanced or inappropriate, but I feel resistance. I love my guides. They just told me the yellow canary is singing. So yeah, this yellow canary is like, they talk a lot. They're very vocal or they're very expressive. It's like their energy is also very noticeable, even though it's interesting. The zebra takes up a lot of energetic space. Very noticeable to everybody, but the canary is very noticeable too in just a different way. Okay. Very vocal, very vocal, very vocal is what they're saying to me. Aww. Scorpio, true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. There's something with the zebra and this canary that is like a really awesome connection. But again, there's something with the mental trash here that's really throwing at least one energy off in all of this. Okay, anyway, coming back. Any other messages for Scorpio men and masculine energies? Am I taking that? No. It's because that card is bent to hell. Any other messages for Scorpio men and masculine energies? That's it. Ooh. Scorpio, your favorite card. Let go of control issues. We gotta have fun, right? Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Ooh, let your friends help you. I like when this card comes out. Ask for and accept support from others. Of course, if you got shady-ass friends who are biased, don't ask for their help. I feel like this is more about guides, like letting your guides help you out. It could be that you are, yeah, no, this feels, yeah, I just heard forces at B. Forces at B. Yeah, let the forces at B work this situation here. If you need to go to counseling, if you have some sort of addiction of sorts that's getting in the way here, Scorpio, then by all means, like, go seek help, go seek counsel, go to a therapist, go to rehab. But yeah, the let go of control issues, it's like, let go of the mental trash. Let go of the mental trash. And again, if you're the other person, then you're the other person. But yeah. Let go of the mental trash and let the forces that be help with this. Underneath that, we have chemistry. This is my lover's twin flame counterpart card, for those where that applies. Playfulness. Oh my God, Scorpio. And this could be the one. Oh, it just even, it gets better, but I'm not, I could keep going. It literally gets better. Getting to know each other, expressing your love, like, yeah, anyway. So the fact that you have true love and this could be the one with chemistry, like, are there any other cards in here that be that strong? I guess soulmate, but chemistry and true love kind of trumps soulmate. Yeah, this is like a trifecta of amazing ass energy and a really, really cool connection. Sorry, I'm like, I can't get over the zebra canary imagery that they keep giving me here. Yeah, I keep hearing forces at B, forces at B. There's something about this mental chatter that is causing resistance. And also, for some that could not be an actual need to control, I feel like it's, I don't feel like it's about control though. I really feel like it's just like, hey, let it go. Let go of mental chatter, let go of mental trash, let go of the fear. Even if you, and for some of you, it is also about an addiction, letting an addiction go. And if you need help, go seek out therapy, go seek out counsel, go seek out emotional support from people that you know you can trust who are not that biased here. Wow. Scorpio, I'm really liking this. I'm just worried about the mental trash because it's very overwhelming to me. And this duo is just really cool. Let's look at codependency because that's where the mental trash is anyway. Let's look at codependency. Can't decide what deck I want. I kind of want to use beautiful creatures, but it's kind of big, but oh well, we're doing it. We're doing it. Talking about codependency for my Scorpio men and masculine energies. Talking about codependency for my Scorpio men and masculine energies. Talking about codependency for my Scorpio men and masculine energies. If you need to call on your guides or deities or angels or whatever energies that you like to include in your spiritual practice, please do so. That's also what they're telling me. Please do so. Even if you gotta say it out loud, like, hey, I really need help with this. Hey, I really need some angelic assistance. Like, whatever you gotta do, it's okay to actually call on these energies out loud. Talking about codependency, I feel awkwardness with that. I think some guys might feel awkward doing that, but I think it's actually gonna help you a lot. Talking about codependency. Talking about codependency for my Scorpio men and masculine energies. Ooh. Ooh. Nine of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. There's wounding here. This is interesting. It's like, there's definitely wounding at the root of this mental trash, like no question. And it's a wounding around loyalty, around energies that have not been loyal. Might even felt backstabbed, betrayed, deceit, you know, all that stuff. So I'm feeling that root of that wounding, but I'm also getting this lethargy. I'm getting this like fatigue, this like, like can't do it. Like because there's so much mental trash and there's a root of wounding around we'll say disloyalty because that's really what it is. It's a lack of loyalty, so disloyalty, that it's almost like taking someone's drive and motivation out of the equation. That's how overwhelming the mental trash is. There's way too much overthinking going on here. Again, it's like there's almost like a needing to like rewire the brain or like rewrite programming. Someone could definitely have some sort of like chemical imbalance, and I'm not a doctor, so I'm not gonna, you know, say that it's this side or the other, but that could definitely be at play here, especially with like the physical fatigue that I'm getting. It's not even depression. It doesn't even feel like depression. It's like the mind is so overworked and so overrun, and there is wounding that is a part of that, but it's causing this like drain of life force of like, I just can't try, I just can't do it. Or it's like the fire is like not there. Someone could also be taking pills. Wait, what is this that I'm getting? Someone could be taking medication for a condition, and it could actually be affecting this person's physical energy. I am getting that. I am actually straight up getting that. It could be for some sort of mental disorder, or it could even be for something, you know, medical, physical, whatever. But there, some of you, that definitely applies here. Anyway, let's keep going. Tell me about codependency. They're showing me the Page of Swords and King of Swords again. They showed me that earlier. It's perception. Perception. There's a perception issue. Tell me about codependency. Someone's perceiving a situation through the lens of wounding, basically. Through a lens of all this illusion. Lens of fear. Oh, Jesus. World in reverse. Oh, man. That's really the world? That's really the world? I don't like to do a double take for a minute. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. The world in reverse coming in with codependency. Again, resistance. There's resistance to closing out some things. And again, I keep getting it's like reprogramming, or it's like rewriting thoughts, rewiring the brain, which is such a weird thing to come up in a reading. I don't think I've ever, and all the readings I've done in the last like 2 years, yeah, because I've only had the channel since 2018, like late 2018. So yeah, for like the last 2 years, I've been doing readings on YouTube. I don't think I've ever gotten that. Like ever. Programming, yeah, but like rewiring the brain is very strange. God, there's so much resistance. It's like whoever this is, not only is there a lot of mental trash, but the resistance that comes with the mental trash, it's almost like this person's giving all of their physical energy to resistance. The world also indicates a major life change that is being resisted as well here. And again, it could be because there is an addiction at play, draining this person's energy. For some, that is what it is. But yeah, let's keep going. Oops. Tell me more about codependency. Oh. Oh. Got the Empress. Yeah, this is kind of making me sad. So there's mental trash. There's also perception issue because there's like fear-based thinking, needing to reprogram the brain, needing to rewire the brain, reprogram thoughts, etc., etc., etc. There's wounding at the core of that around disloyalty or feeling like people have been disloyal. It could even be a perception of fear of like, is this person actually loyal to me the way I'm loyal to them? This is definitely going on between the Zebra and Canary here. Even going deeper than that, for some it is like an addiction issue, but at the end of the day, this mental trash, this resistance, the wounding the root wounding of this mental trash is causing such resistance, this person's physical energy is being depleted. And there is this really hard resistance, and for some, the resistance is taking all this person's energy it almost feels like leveling up. And because the world is Saturn energy, it is about learning lessons. And when it's in reverse, there's resistance to that, needing to really leave some aspect of your life or who you are behind, learn the lesson and be done with it and move on and grow, right? Empress is growth, but it could also be towards an Empress. that this action needs to be done. Like, this action needs to be done in order to get to Empress energy or for an Empress. Sorry, I'm getting overwhelmed by this energy. It's a lot of information. Anyway, overall we have, ooh, the Paranormal card in reverse. Strength in reverse. Yeah, again, it's like the fire, motivation, physical stamina is like not there. And 6 of Swords in reverse, Jesus, and 8 of Wands in reverse, block, 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 with the Hermit card, which is that reflection energy to go a little MIA and deal with this. For some, this is also a resistance to spirituality. Sorry, just being honest with you guys with that Paranormal card in reverse. It's almost like, instead of having faith and like believing in things you can't see, it's like, show me the facts, show me the black and white facts, show me the numbers. Very masculine energy right there. I mean, we are doing Scorpio masculine reading, right? But God, yeah, with Strength in reverse, with the 6 of Swords in reverse, the 8 of Wands in reverse, this is like just not having the stamina, the courage, the fire, the willpower to face the resistance and the block that's like really happening here, to face the mental chatter, the mental trash. 6 of Swords in reverse is not having peace of mind, not moving through a transition, a needed transition. 8 of Wands in reverse is also miscommunication. It's blockages. It's literally my block card. Yeah, not having the strength, the confidence, the courage, the willpower, the stamina to face the change that's needed here, to face the lessons that need to be learned, to face and deal with the mental trash, the root of that wounding, which is around disloyalty, and facing that. For some, it could even be issues with the mother, having a selfish maternal energy in the life. I also said mother because it was Queen of Pentacles energy, which is a mother energy, along with Queen of Cups as well. For some, this resistance is also due to an addiction that needs to be taken care of, and lessons need to be faced there with why that addiction is there in the first place. And I do feel like that addiction, if there is an addiction there, it's, if there's an addiction there, it is to avoid pain. It's to avoid pain and to numb. I'm getting like a numbing, no matter what the addiction is. But with the Hermit coming in after this, not having enough to face this, I like that the Hermit's there, because this is basically implying like, oh, time to go within. Let me disconnect from this addiction. Let me try to disconnect from the mental trash and just feel, to see and become enlightened. Again, they're bringing up the Empress here. All this mental trash resistance, the drop in stamina due to whatever reason that's for, because it's in the various reasons I already picked up on. Again, it's like, it's avoiding leveling up for some, and others it's avoiding an Empress or moving towards an Empress. It's gonna be different for all of you. Wow, that was a lot. What the hell did I just channel? That was a lot. That was a lot. Yeah, this Paranormal card in reverse. I keep getting, it is like there's also a lack of faith going on here, or even a struggle with spirituality, struggle with personal faith. Something, yeah, again, I keep getting that like very masculine, like, I can't see it, so I can't believe it. I can't see it, so I can't believe it. Take that as you will, because I feel like there's a lot of different ways that can be interpreted, but that's why they're giving it to me. Let me get a little sip here. So that's what's going on with that energy. I want to move on to something that's like, whoo, let's get out of that. Because it's like, that's a lot. And that's kind of what I was feeling with this person who has all this like mental trash. It's just like, oh, what is going on? It's just too much. It's too much. And it's like, Spirit's like, yeah, please let it go. Like, please just like, let that shit go. Get out of that energy. Let's move into true love. Let's move into this. Because this is looking really nice. Let's look at that. Yeah, let's look at that. So we're at 24 minutes. I have to do a second part when it hits 30. It just is how it is with this phone. So if I'm gonna have to stop in about 5 minutes or so. So just letting you guys know, and then I'll do a second video and stitch it. Okay, true love. Let's do true love. We'll do spell casting. Talk about true love for my Scorpio men and masculine energies. Talking about true love for my Scorpio men and masculine energies. Don't forget you also got chemistry, and this could be the one that's crazy. Tell me about true love. Tell me about true love for my Scorpio men and masculine energies. The Sun, happiest card in the deck. That's happy, happy times, even new beginnings. Joy, joy, joy. Very nice. Tell me about true love. Oh, another sword. God damn it, Scorpio. I love you, Scorps. I do. I do. I so do. But man, are you like, this mental trash is like so deceiving you and like depleting your energies. So now we have 3 of Wands with the Page of Cups in reverse and the, almost an Ace of Swords, the 9 of Swords. 3 of Wands, there could be some distance here. We also have the 6 of Swords, so just know that that could be the case here. But I feel like the Page of Cups in reverse and the 9 of Swords, this is just mental trash. Mental trash, trying to convince yourself of something that's not real. Like, 9 of Swords is like the mental torture that we do to ourselves and getting carried away with negative thoughts. But also the Page of Cups in reverse is like not being honest with yourself or not believing something or that something is deceitful. Again, it's like literally looking at something like this and being like, that's not real, that's not real, that's not real, that's not real, that's not real. Yeah, it's all this mental trash that's related to this wounding. For some of you also relating to an addiction. And the more that you let this mental trash like run you, the more resistance you're going to have and the more depleted you're also going to feel. It's like you're literally depleting your own energy from getting so mentally overworked in this situation. You know what? That might be what this is. It might not just be a spiritual thing. It might be like, because it's like you're having trouble believing it, it's like you want proof. You want proof. And I feel like it's relating back to this like zebra canary connection. Like you want proof that this connection's real. You want proof that this is what this is. Because in your mind, you're like, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. They're not being honest with me. They're not really loyal to me. Coming from that wounding and all that mental trash. Oh, Scorpio, you're making me tired. You're making me tired, guys. Tell me about true love. Scorpio, 5 of Cups. No. Tell me about true love. Is this your wounding coming to the surface? Kind of feels like it. Tell me about true love. Oh. And now we have the Queen of Cups. Overall energy, we have 7 of Pentacles in reverse. 5 of Wands. Ooh, we got a Tower moment. Oh man, with the King of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have Queen of Swords. Let's call you Cancer. That 5 of Cups with the Queen of Cups, that's a lot of emotion all of a sudden that just came up. Because I've been feeling like thought, mental trash, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, emotions just came up here. With the 5 of Cups and the Queen of Cups, this is like, it's a lot of grief, it's a lot of sadness, it's a lot of hurt. I feel like it's old though. I feel like it's old, and it could be that this canary is high. Oh, it's interesting, this canary. So I guess the zebra is more like the mental chatter individual. Again, could be reversed or vice versa, but this canary zebra connection is bringing this to the surface. The overall energy also looks very painful. So we're at 29 minutes. So just to show you the overall energy, and then I'm going to go into it in the second part. We've got 7 of Pentacles in reverse, the 5 of Wands, the Tower, the King of Pentacles in reverse, and the Queen of Swords. So I'm going to stop this, and then I'll start another video, okay? Be back, guys.
Hey,
okay. All right, we're back. So let's get back into this. I'm getting a lot of regret with these first 2 cards. Yeah, a lot of regret with that. Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Five of Wands. That feels like wasted time, wasted competition. Wasted time competing. Also, the conflict that comes with the mental chatter, the mental trash that kind of gets involved here. It makes you feel like you haven't used your time wisely, or makes you feel like wondering, did I make a mistake? Did I invest wisely? Did I not invest wisely? Did I do the right thing? Did I not do the right thing? Mental trash. Then you get this Tower moment of clarity with the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Queen of Swords. Sometimes sometimes the King of Pentacles in reverse I see as like somebody who didn't set their priorities right. And I feel like that's really what's happening here. That clarity that comes in with this Queen of Swords energy. And I do feel like this is all your energy, Scorps. Yeah, wow. A misuse of priorities. Not prioritizing things right, your time right, or maybe even your life right. And I feel like it's because of this mental trash and possibly any actions you took that were coming from fear-based thoughts in that mental trash when it came to this canary and or zebra, and even just the past. Because I do feel a lot of this wounding is also relating to past events, like this wounding of dealing with people who are disloyal. You do have the King and Queen of Pentacles here. Dealing with soulmates who are meant to teach you something, and I think it's taken you a long time to see what the lessons are, because I do feel this, like, it's such a weird thing to describe. It could be avoidance for some of you, or just not wanting to face the blockages or the wounding that's taken place that's caused all this mental trash. But I also feel like the mental trash has been so distracting from what has really been lurking under the surface that's needed to be dealt with or resolved. And it's here. It's here with that Five of Cups and the Queen of Cups. That's where it's sitting. It's your emotions. And for some of you where you have an addiction, you've been literally using that to distract yourself from these emotions. And I keep getting this physical drain over and over here. Sorry, all these messages are a little like, I know I'm just kind of throwing them at you, but I hope you can take a lot away from this. Yeah, these emotions. There's so much physical drain from the mental trash, but also from actively resisting these emotions. And for some of you, actively investing in some sort of addiction or vice to avoid these emotions. It's like almost depleting yourself physically just to avoid this. Scorpio, I feel like I'm looking at layers and layers and layers of pathology and wounding and reactions to all those things, all within one energy, like one person. It's rough. This is actually like not the reading I expected this to be. But coming back to the zebra canary for a minute, because they keep highlighting that, there's something about that that's really beautiful here and is really highlighting to you. I think that's also why this is kind of hard, because it is bringing up so many layers. Because I mean, look at what you're dealing with, Scorpio. Oh yeah, don't forget true love. Don't forget the trifecta. This is the connection you're dealing with right now. That's why it's bringing up so much crap, because you're dealing with so much good. You're dealing with so much light that it's like the darkness can't help but be seen. And it's a lot of darkness you've been avoiding or just being totally distracted from. God, I keep getting drawn back to this. I keep getting drawn back to this. There's like grief and like loss. Not going to sugarcoat it. This feels like massive broken heart energy. I'm surprised the Three of Swords isn't out here. And I feel like it's because of this wounding around disloyal energies. And I feel like that probably started very early with feminine energies. That started really early. Most probably within your own family, I guess is what I'm getting at here. Even that Queen of Cups also screams. What's screams? Screams mother energy. I feel a big cry coming on from this. I do. I can feel it. Like, as this stuff comes to the surface, because this, like, zebra-canary connection is, like, showing, it has so much freaking light. So much of your darkness is, like, coming up. Again, that you've been avoiding or getting distracted from. I feel a big cry. You're probably going to feel really good after. But let's go ahead and pull advice. Don't be afraid to do this. Don't be afraid of this. The more you resist, it's like, the harder this is going to be and the more depleted your body's going to get, actually. The more exhausted you're going to feel. Because that's like, it's just too much. It's too much. It's like, it needs to come up and be purged. It just needs to be dealt with. Wow. So not what I expected. But let's go ahead and pull advice for you guys before I can just get lost in this energy with you. I'm going to do Wisdom of Oracle. Any advice? I wouldn't be shocked if the regeneration card comes out. Any advice for my Scorpio men and masculine energies as it pertains to this spread? Any advice for my Scorpio men and masculine energies as it pertains to this spread? Yeah, I'm getting a lot of, sorry, they're pulling back into the reading already. Coming back over to these cards that came out with the True Love card. Three of Wands also speaks of expectation. I feel like that's also part of this mental trash. A lot of negative expectations of this. Any advice for my Scorpio men and masculine energies as it pertains to this spread? Oh man, I'm getting pulled in someone's heart chakra and I don't want to. Let's finish the reading. Let's finish it. Let's finish it. Oh, felt like an anchor, like pulling me down into someone's heart chakra. I was like, oh, it's dark down here. I don't want to go. You gotta laugh, guys. You gotta laugh. Let's see here. Oh, wow. We have peace and building blocks. I like this for the advice. So for peace, we have 23, which is a 5. A lot of change going on here in this reading. 28 cycles, also indicative of a lot of change. With peace and building blocks, there is like a starting fresh sort of energy, starting a new perspective, a new way of thinking. Like, again, rewriting someone's program or rewiring the brain a little bit. Building something up that is healthy and feels good and brings peace of mind. I'm also getting just like something with the heart space, almost peace in the heart a little bit here, like emotions that feel harmonious, I guess is the best way to say this. I feel like this isn't necessarily advice. It's more like, hey, it's worth facing this stuff. Hey, this is why this stuff is happening. Like, just know that it's all happening for a reason. Like, it is to have something in your life that's going to be built on the right things and just have lots of like yummy, harmonious, stable energy, even if it's like rocking all of your foundational understandings and programmings in the process. Yeah, I feel like it's cracking you open a lot. So Scorpios I mean, you're Scorpio, you can't be scared of this, but maybe you are, because this is like, even for me as a Scorpio, I'm like, oh, this is a lot. It'll be worth it. It'll be very worth it. I'm also getting for this like zebra canary connection here. This needs a good foundation. This needs to have strong foundation. So even if you've been dealing with this person, the zebra canary, for a while, for some it might feel like this connection is breaking down a little bit to get rebuilt up, because this resistance, this mental trash causing this resistance, linked to this resistance, and all the wounding I already went over, needs to happen so that it really does get built on the right thing. Okay? Oh God, Scorpio. I have no idea what to call this. good luck. Good luck in all of this. God, you guys got a long reading. I did not mean for that to happen at all. This was like an old school WaterBaby tarot reading. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I love you guys. Please take care of yourselves. Check out Vimeo and Patreon. Everything else you need is linked below for your convenience. And I hope to see you guys really soon, okay? Have a good night, Scorps. Namaste.